MGN-My, I believe.
Aye, kia ora.
Is that right, sis?
Aye, it is.
Let's hear this magic.
Yeah. Whakarongo mai. Whakarongo mai ki te karonga nei. Oe, ko tēnei te karanga longa tupuna. Oe, kia tu, kia ora, kia rangatira. Ko tēnei te karanga o ngā rangatira. Whakarongo mai, whakarongo mai, whakarongo mai, whakarongo mai. Ko tēnei te karanga ki I ngā kaitiaki ka ohoi. Ko tēnei te wā ki te tū ratira. Kia tū he kai ai, no te aroha, no no. Ko tēnei te karanga rangatira, no te hatuha. Whakarongo mai, whakarongo mai, whakarongo mai, whakarongo mai. Ka toira titi, ka tangi te kaka, ka tangi hoki koe. Whakarongo mai, ki te kupune. Whakarongo mai, whakarongo mai, whakarongo mai, whakarongo mai, whakarongo mai, whakarongo mai, whakarongo mai. Ooh.
That's a beautiful way to start a day. That's a beautiful way
Kia
to
ora, my
start a day.
brothers. Kia ora, kia ora.
When did you write that little beauty?
Well, actually, it's been like so. It started as an acoustic, as a cappella with no guitar, and it was always my mihi, as when I'd stand to start. Kia nei ko tērā te reo tuatahi, te reo te wairua ko te waiata, or ko te karanga e. So every time I'd stand inside of my honour to io matua te kore, te ja, and to mihi ki ngā tangata katoa. So it started with just the first verse. And what I noticed is that it would just bring us together as a people in that moment. It was a beautiful way to timata start my shows. And then my beautiful mother said, there was a competition. She said, finish the song or apply for funding or something. So I made it into a waiata, and then it took it to another level of a communication to our people, you know, like this is the time to embody what it is to ourselves, that we know it is your true rangatiratanga, what yours is, you know, and reflect and be that, because now is the time. Hear your ancestors, hear our leaders of our world, like our Bob Marleys, our Martin Luther Kings, our, you know, our Alis. It's our time now as a people, Māori people, to stand and lead the way. Lead by example, because we know who the Rasta we truly are. You know, we're people of Manaakitanga. And all this haterism that's in the world at the moment, it's like, nah, man, hoki. Hoki ki ngā mea taonga, ngā mea tūtiri, ngā mea tuku iho mai, tuku iho mai, ngā tupuna. So, yeah, it's just, for me, it's a real, you know, it's my real.
Yeah, fine.
It's my, you know, but I'm just the vessel again. So it's in respect of our tupuna. Yeah.
No, beautiful, beautiful artist. I thought it, like you said, it resonates. It resonates in the right way to remind us, I suppose, is that constant. I mean, I guess for those who need to be reminded, it's
I think we all
it's
need
a nice,
to be reminded, my brother. We're all human, man.
But there's, but I'm more around that there are those that are conscious and they're there all the time, versus some that may need to be awakened to remember those things that are important to us, which I think is a really interesting for you know, because some of the stuff that I know that I'm aware of that you were doing previously, is mahi with youth, so that and obviously this resonates with that kind of feel. I mean, I have a similar heart for work with rangatahi, for them to be for them to be amazing, and that's where that song kind of resonates for me in that space. That there's there's young ones I'm working with at the moment that could really, if they had listened to something like that, it could incite the need for them to understand how important it is to.
I agree with you, my bro. I do. At the same time, I also believe that a lot of our people of our age are the ones to start being the true example. Because our rangatahi know, but some of us say it's it's time for us to really embody who we truly are and let that shine through. Never mind this this way of society. Go home, or I don't know. I'm learning myself. It's all a journey. It's all a journey.
Well, I think there's a constant kind of around me at the moment, and it's beautiful to speak with you from a Te Ao Māori perspective. Is that I was actually reading one of the sisters, the tui in there, Amomai Pihama, reading one of her comments today down in Kirikiriroa about some of the namings of streets, and some of those street names still contain the names of our oppressors, and she works on a street. She works on a street where she knows where the name comes from, and so it's a battle. It's a daily battle, and so her part of her stance that I really enjoyed today was like, we're not going to let you forget, not going to let you forget the atrocities, and then until such times as peace has been made, and we'll tell you when that peace has been made. Not when you think that it's been made. We'll tell you when it is. And so it's kind of that, it's kind of that, just that reminding that just don't give in to the normality of what society would like you to, the view that they would love you to hold, so we can just move on and brush it under the net. Carl.
Preach, brother, preach.
Carl,
come on.
and that's kind of what that song.
Kia ora, because that's what it's about, But I'm really clear, because it's great to hear that there's those fighters that are out there, those survivors, and us conquerors, And you're right, there's some that do need to be, and there's some that are already awake.
Yeah. And I think, but that's the magic, as I say, because we're in that youth space. I just picked up a new mahi that's working with some young ones, and it's there's a few that have the reo, and a few that don't have that. And in that, they just jog my memory, Miss Debbie Burrows.
I know that name. Yeah, yeah,
Miss
yeah.
Debbie Burrows from,
Yes,
from
yeah.
In
Ai, kia
Zone.
ora,
She to
ai.
say kia ora. She saw your post this
My
one.
sister.
And so and that was the new co-popper that I started with working
Oh,
with the
Joe,
Rangatani
Enzo.
there. Yeah.
Oh, groovy.
Yeah. And
That's
so
great.
and
That's
so
great.
inside that space there
That's our
is
babies that are out of town, away from home to Kura, right?
and boarding
Down here
so
in
they can go
Auckland.
to
Yeah,
Auckland. Yeah.
taitoko.
And
That's a great setup. That's
Auckland Grammar as well as Epsom Girls.
kia ora,
So
ai.
they're sharp as really interesting. Interesting inside the kaupapa where I asked about the knowledge, the mātauranga of Te Ao Māori, and only very few have it, which is really interesting, which then leaves that whole awakening thing to still happen, which
Cool.
I can't wait to be a part of that. Do you know what I mean? They're really lighting that fire to say, you kind of walk, and songs like that are needed to help ignite. Do you know what I mean? Ignite the fight too, because it shouldn't go away. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
It should not. It ain't over.
Well, see, that's the thing. We're starting to see our people like just igniting that fight would be great. I mean, for myself even, I'm a bit too much peace and love. I need to activate the fight a little bit, but balance it out a little bit. I know, but I'm just like, oh no, me hara mai mo te awhi.
Yeah.
Koera te menui, ko te aroha te menui.
But as they say,
give the fight on.
give them a hiding first and then apologise after.
Well, you've been ignored as well. No.
Any way to do it. But it is part of the magic, and those waiata, your waiata particular speaks like that to me, which I think is important in that space, which is a beautiful thing.
From you, that's a massive compliment. Thank you.
Just continue. So anyway. One of the other magic things, I suppose, if we had a look at the past and upbringing, and although we've still got a long way to go on the show yet, we're talking about you're hitting the stage of Pacifica on Saturday afternoon, Sunday. So it's in my diary, Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes, Sunday afternoon. You must be excited.
I am honoured. I'm truly honoured to be on the Aotearoa stage at Pacifica. Yeah, very honoured.
It's cool. That's really cool.
And I'm just looking forward to having some fun.
Yeah.
Just letting loose and just sharing the love with people. It's all I've just really taken on being about lately. It's just sharing the love, man.
It looks, I was reading through the lineup. It looks
fantastic. I'm just like charge of the chair. All our whānau up in there. Yeah.
It's gonna be mean.
Yeah.
It was funny because our sister Tosh reached out and said, "Oh, do you wanna come and have a jam?" And I thought, "Oh, yeah." It kind of fell in the too hard basket because there was so much on. And then when you said, "Oh, that might be my way out time," just come and have a jam. And I don't mean that disrespectful, but I'll come and have a jam so I can participate. But then it doesn't have to be about me. That's all. That's I think what I wanted most. I was just kind of like, I was going to come and do some BBs and play the Congo or something.
I'm honoured that you're going to be joining us on stage. Bro.
Yeah, I can't wait. And we were talking before about the brother. The brother, can't wait to hear the brother's skills up on that guitar.
I'm honoured to have him share the stage with us as well.
That's
very
cool.
honoured. Yeah, he performed with me up in Waitangi, which is cool.
Yeah, tell us about that. What was that like?
Oh, it was an honour once again. Just on the Ngāti Hini FM stage, and then I got on the other stage as well by chance, which was great. But it was just beautiful. I mean, we were there to also film a video clip of the new release single, Bottle Love, and man, it was just the weight of getting around. But the great thing was seeing all our people. Our European as well, just being of love. There wasn't a lot of hate, and there wasn't a lot of, sure there were the places where the protests and the kōrero was happening, but there was a real experience of unity. But it warms my heart to see our people there, because it was quite quiet, with the thing with the whole COVID. I think lockdown had just happened, the third level 3 or something happened 2 weeks prior to Waitangi, but
it's good with Waitangi being out of Auckland because this seems to be the you know, it's the place where everything gets locked down and the rest of the country just functions as normal, which is really interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I'm quite glad to be in the north,
You
my
know,
bro.
it's like all my mates all around the country go, yeah, it's all the bloody rock dinders, you know, it's all those fellas.
But you know, the thing is, I've got mad love for everyone that's here in Tamaki that
Yeah.
is still going, you know, still cracking it, still doing what they're doing. It takes something, I reckon.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, you know, in adversity, you gotta keep on keeping on, which is magic. Actually, just in that COVID space, what was it like for you?
I loved it. We loved it up north. You know, the beaches. Oh,
Well, I
actually,
don't know where your fuddy is, so when you look out across the one over there, ain't no troubles going on
hey,
in that
ain't
world.
no troubles, man. Just me and the one. Well, you know, my boy there, my bro there. It was just cool. It was
Yeah,
really cool. It had me actually do a lot of reflection work.
yeah,
It's where everything. Like I've been on a real spiritual journey in the
yeah.
last 12 months. A lot has changed in my life. You know, I'm more Māori based and more Wairua based, and you know, just really got realigned, I suppose, spiritually and.
What's that giving you?
Hey,
What's that giving you? How are you feeling since you've
I'm
afforded yourself that
mm,
space?
yeah, you know, I'm still evolving, and I'm really clear that uh, I found peace. You know, at some level, I've found peace, but there's also this new calling of discovering my own beauty again. Like I went right back to going natural and everything, and just really discovering who am I as a woman, as a Rasta sister of Aotearoa, and embodying my goddess self.
Mm,
You know, because mine is different to another sister's.
sure,
Yours is yours, mine is
sure.
mine. But it's been I'm a lot stronger. I mean, I found out, you know, it was about 30K, but I'm not interested in that kind of thing. Um, I just feel stronger,
Mm,
and I'm very clear about my purpose
yeah,
and my word.
yeah.
That I am here as a sister of
Beautiful, beautiful.
Rasta
That's awesome to
and love.
hear. It's it is that
Mm.
journey to self that the reconnection to that and then the deliverance.
Yeah, for all our
Hey,
Indigenous people, especially, you know, we've got some gold, man. You
yeah,
know,
absolutely.
and but for us Maori, I'm like, man, sisters, you know, the queen of queens. You know, let's represent,
Mm,
return to who we truly are. And,
yeah, massive. I like it. I like the fact that you've taken that time and it's it's beautiful to hear you singing and we're going to get into your next song,
Joe, kia ora,
which I'm looking forward to.
kia ora.
Um, and so I guess one of the magic that I like about that is actually tell us about your second song and your what you were trying to bring to life with that
The second song,
is your second writer. Mm.
the Lot of Love one.
Yeah,
We going there.
yeah.
All right, yeah, Lot of
So
Love.
tell us about that before we have listened to it.
Okay, yeah, cool. Lot of Love. That is, man. You know, it really speaks about overcoming the trials that we've gone through and rising up and like restoring your crown. You know, like 'cause we've got a lot of love to live and a lot of sweetness to give, and
Mm.
it's time to just start living. You know, start being about the love. There's so much like you just see it everywhere. There's this heaviness, this unspoken heaviness around, and it's, you know, just the uncertainty of the world at the moment. So this song has taken on a whole new kaupapa. You know, it's taken on a life of its own, and it's all really about reawakening and re-educating each other on how to love again.
Right.
You know, for myself, it's really about if I can find understanding of another person, then I can accept what's going on over there. Once I can find acceptance, I can find forgiveness. Once I can find forgiveness, man, I'm back to love.
Yeah,
And that's the process
yeah,
for me, you know. But this song, it speaks to overcoming trials like domestic violence. This is my journey. It's not
mm.
preaching to somebody else's life. Domestic violence, sexual violence, you know, all of the, let's just go with the works.
Mm.
And though that does not define who the Rasta I am, you know.
Mm.
So
Mm.
it's like, no, I got a little love to give,
Mm.
yay. That's what it's about. And the beautiful thing that I've loved about releasing the single and the video clip is it's the song's reminding me of who I am,
Yeah,
reminding
nice,
me of
nice.
calm girl,
Yeah,
you know, like rise up your goods, Go for it.
Very cool. Yeah. So actually, the track that we're gonna play down for you is "My Time to Shine."
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that was okay. Cool. Yeah.
No,
So,
so yeah, we'll jam that, and then we'll come back and we'll have a quarter all about the a lot of love, because I dug and want to talk about the music video that you produced for that too up in Waitangi, which was mean. So,
cool.
fun.
So
We're
this
gonna
is my time to
yeah,
shine.
this is my time to shine. So
This is a good one. This is really cool. This one because it's an acknowledgement to those that have always believed in me,
Ah.
before I believed in myself.
Ah.
So that's he kaupapa anō te.
Oh, paitera.
Yeah. So just
Paitera.
want to chuck that in there.
Whakarongo whānau to this wāta, "My Time to Shine" by Soulsista Aotearoa. Because on this on Facebook, the whānau can't hear the song. I play it down, but sometimes they haven't figured out that it's sensitive.
So is this off your Facebook or is it
Yeah,
on my
this is off my Facebook.
Kia ora whānau.
Yeah, you mean.
I should yeah. I haven't heard this for ages.
But yeah, it does. It reiterates the message we're just talking about, which is beautiful.
Yeah, you know the video clip to this. I mean, I got the biggest heart in my life. Like 2 days prior. It was amazing. The cool thing I love about the video is that you see the fire. You see the and it's a real acknowledgement of the journey. And it's the song always reminds me of that moment. Of my ex, and he was in it.
Sorry about that.
Proud of life. All happens for a greater reason. Look at me now, brother.
Yeah, you're magic.
How you going, babe? Yeah. Sunlight. I love the kids. I've been yearning and learning this wisdom just a little more. So it's hard jamming I find without a mic. Gotta keep this one love for just you can't hear, you're in control of the
I find if there's I've got a groove okay.
I love it.
But everyone's got their own thing.
Yeah.
So I
think it's a sign. It's a sign, Bano.
What you what did you have to do? No money?
No.
We're gonna get a big kid in there. If you want.
Yeah. You put the car? Yeah. The pipe? Oh, okay. Alright, I'm here. What's your name? Molly. Of course, I remember now. Yes, how Mickey.
Supposed to be Megatron, but I couldn't get that one over the line. But I was allowed Marley, so it was
hey, pretty much both conquerors.
It goes to some really beautiful places there. So obviously we're talking offline about some of the circumstances leading up to that music video. I'm not sure if you want to share that again, but we don't have to.
That's okay.
But the magic in there spoke a lot of truth. I'll let you talk about it because I don't want to.
Kia ora, all right. Well, and one of the things that I love about the music video. So firstly, the music video is actually a trailer of a movie that one of the brothers, so it's a movie trailer for a movie that he was doing. But I got the thing I love about that video is that 24 hours prior to that, I got the biggest hug of my life from my ex, and I love that you can see the fire in my eyes in that video. Like, I'm here to conquer. Like, this is going one way, kind of. It didn't. It. I was very fragile in that moment. I hollered at my mother, my queen, to come in. I said, I need some company, some affection. She's actually in the video clip by accident, but she But but the thing is, my brother, I'm really thankful that those things happened. I really am, because it's had me.
Well, you have to make light of it.
It's not so much that though. For myself, it's had me grow into the woman that I've become. And see, my exes, they're not bad men. They just had moments of bad behavior. I'm very clear of that, and I will not trash their names. Because they're not bad people, but they had bad behavior. Now, I'm not saying it's an okay thing that happened, but I'm also very responsible. There were moments there. I pushed the button. I got a mouth. But I think just
Serious?
Serious. But the thing that I did after that, I lost my voice, and that's what took me up north was healing.
Nice.
Going up there to do some healing.
I understand that.
And I got my voice back, baby. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
At an even higher, higher level.
Yeah, nice.
So, gotta give thanks to that, eh?
That's a good thing.
It's all part of a great plan.
Well, like you say, it's wonderful of you to be able to make your own sense of it, and it's made you it's made you a better woman, and that's we have to be thankful for.
The great thing, like with moving up north, I went up there to do the healing, right? And in the 2 years, I used all the training I've had, from my Rasta faith to our Indigenous Māori side to landmark education and work I've done over there with training and coaching inside of communication. And whatever worked, I then put into a program so I can give it away to other women. So I've created my own program called A Woman's Worth. And I've been piloting the program for the last 2 years, from like business bank managers to women that have just come out of corrections. Got great testimonies. They all got huge value out of the program, and I'm like,
how can anyone that is listening today get a hold of you?
Well, holla at me, Soulsista, with an A at the end for A-class attitude. Soulsista, Aotearoa. Just holla at me on Facebook. Be the best one messenger or something. The thing is though, since COVID, I want to make a bigger difference and faster. So I'm interested more now in doing wānanga. Like a one-day wānanga, where I can, rather than having one-on-one clients, that's time is really important. Talk to the masses, make the difference at that level, and it works. It does work, because we can.
You should get a radio show.
Kia ora. I just might chat to the chat. Do you hear that fun? This is Soulsista coming to you live from Aotearoa, 6th Up Street.
There you go. You planted that seed. You planted
Kia ora,
that
my
seed.
brother. You sure did.
You
much love.
It's how it goes. But it's it is about that. From my mind, when you've got a great message, it is about how do you disseminate that to to maximize your time, is to talk to lots of people rather than nothing wrong with the one-on-one, but like you say, and wānanga is natural anyway. That being together, that sharing. I had a really wonderful moment. I was doing some singing lessons, and there was 6 young ladies. I'll call them more young ladies. Some of them are nannies and aunties and all this. And in our corridor, they all revealed their circumstances of violence across a number of different spectrums, and it was very. I felt for all of them. I can happily and honestly, hand on heart, say that I've never raised my hand to a woman, but I kind of sat there. I sat there ashamed, listening to the stories, their truth that they were telling, and I sat there ashamed of being a man that was, as the perpetrators. But it was like to hear that magic too. There was so powerful that, and so I could imagine you in that setting, being a tower of strength, being an icon, to be able to, or just a vessel. As you use a vessel to be able to speak truth and give people give others the opportunity to speak their hurt, speak their mamai, speak their healing. I guess everyone needs to be in a place
Yeah.
of healing. Eh?
Well, at the same time, see, there's also I'm empowerment driven. I'm like, what? How can I make a difference, right? So I don't like to focus on the abuse or the,
Sure.
even like suicide prevention, suicide awareness. It's like total what people are doing out there, mad respect, absolute. For myself and my journey, I'm interested in let's focus on empowerment. Let's focus on love, and let's reinstall. Let's install those kaupapa. Because I know for myself, if I focus too much on my past, I just become it. Or if I share too much of the story, and I relive that, I'm bringing life to it again. My word is everything I got, So I'm clear that I'm committed. Like, let's give people the access so that they can bridge themselves from where they've been to where they want, where they know they are.
Sure.
Hey,
I
just
think,
like with the work you're doing, brother, with our rangatahi.
I think, I think that's part of the magic. Part of the magic that you're talking about through the waiata.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That kind of that brings you back. That brings it brings you back, and you can bring others back. So that where there's acknowledgement of what's gone on, but this is what can bring you back into the now.
Yeah.
By by letting that resonant sound, those frequencies when they hit you, to steer you in a different way to that better place.
And that's that word. That's signs. What's that word again?
Semiotics.
Semiotics. See,
being able to use those being able to use those tohu inside your waiata. But because you're right from that angle, that's the emotive angle that you use in your design is just is fantastic, because you're just telling the truth. You're just telling the truth.
My truth, and telling the truth. Yeah, kia ora, brother.
Yeah, which is mean. And so we're gonna go and we talked about this song before, was that a lot of love, and I must comment that when I saw the music video it's on, man.
Rongotai Lomas, man. Rongotai Lomas. That was all the brother. Yeah, I killed it.
He's a dude, eh?
Oh,
he's a dude, man.
He is really.
Because all the blending, the colours across everything was just,
I love working with
and it was that weekend of Waitangi, 2021.
Yeah, it was
perfect time to weave it all together, eh?
Yeah, especially the research that I've been doing over the year as well has been around our sovereignty and learning more, educating myself around what does the Declaration of Independence really mean for us and for myself in my own walk, and that is me owning my own sovereignty. I didn't really quite get what that meant, so I was thankful enough to get along to one of their hui and just start and with the Treaty of Waitangi as well, and how that the partnership is really the thing. The key thing is the partnership. Hey, that's missing, the lack of partnership, where we having that equal right of our say, and we're in partnership with the. But it's cool. Like, rather than looking at it, I'm looking at, well, what does that mean for me right now in my way? Because Jah's the Almighty, the Creator. That's our sovereign right, is to live by our indigenous ways, as our tupuna did. So it's just really interesting. So for me, having the video there being done on Bob's birthday, with him speaking the word of what he stands and he represents, the return of the King of Kings, Rastafari, that is a big kaupapa.
Talk to me about the influence of that man on your life.
He is the word of God, the word of Jah. It's like really staying to we know as Indigenous people, we know how to manakitana. We know the truth. Whether you call yourself Rasta, Buddha, I don't know, Christian, it's kaya kairui. But Jah don't matter. He just matters that you're about love and that you're about being true to your heart, of good intent. That's really the main thing. But inside of the thing that I'm loving in my journey as a Rasta woman, because I went heavy into the religious practices as well over the last 12 months. And that was my journey. That was part of the weight of the side of things. And I had to learn. I had to learn the tikanga of everything. Just like with our Māori culture, the tikanga of...
What were some of the things you learned?
Like for myself...
Are you allowed to share?
Yeah. So for myself, being more Māori based with my kai now, that is, people want, is that vegan or is that piece of something? And I'm just like, man, it is Māori based. So if it comes from the earth or the moana, then it's got good Māori, I'm going to go there.
Sure.
And, whether plant-based is great, but it's become this like fad, and everyone's got to be one thing or the other. It's like, no. The thing that I got, God gifted us the greatest energy for our tinana and our mind and our heart and our wairua in the ground, you know, for us to have a kai with. And if I went to, back to a marae and our brothers, I remember going and visiting some whānau actually, and one of the young brothers went out and killed a deer for us. I'm not going to say, oh, sorry, no. You know, that's not our people. We are not that way. We do not do that to our te taonga, he taonga kai. So, you know, this is all my journey. I'm not saying this is the way of all rasta. This is what I've been learning on my journey. That is one major thing. Inside of that, I'm able to be stronger and more in tune with my sovereignty, because I'm more connected with our tupuna and I'm more connected with Jah, because I'm consciously trying to purify myself.
I like it.
And it's not for anyone else other than actually this.
But you're sharing the beauty of you and your journey, and that's magic. So as we were talking about that wonderful wata entitled Lot of Love, we'll play that live now and listen to our sister do her thing here on Radio Wātea.
Groovy. I've changed it up for an acoustic.
You go, girl.
Yeah, right. Let's have some fun with this. I got a lot of little love to give, a lot of sweetness to live. I'm gonna what? I'm gonna quit wasting my time, oh yeah. I know my purpose and my time. It ain't about what's wrong or right. Oh, it be about the birth of a true-born soldier, yeah. Jah came my way one day. He said, set my soldiers free. Whoa, so watch us rise as we get stronger. See, I is loyal and faithful. It ain't about being a little bit hateful. No, cause Lord knows I got love on my side, yeah. And even though there's haters and players, I gotta stay true to the game that I be playing, yeah. Cause Lord knows you reap what you sow, yeah. You got a lot of little love to give, yeah. A lot of sweetness to live. I'm gonna quit wasting my time, oh yeah. Situation changing up on me, yeah. I'm awake and now I feel free. Oh, see this soldier living life. Soldier, know that I see you. I know you're gonna push on through. Oh, don't worry about a thing, they just try to take you down. It be Babylon mission, but only Jah grants permission. Whoa, so rise on up and wear your crown, yeah. Cause you'll be loyal and faithful, and maybe sometimes a little bit hateful. Whoa, but Lord knows you got love on your side, yeah. Even though there's haters and players, just stay true to the game that you'll be playing. Cause Lord knows you reap what you sow, yeah. Whoa. Got a lot of little love to give, yeah. A lot of sweetness to live. I'm gonna quit wasting my time, oh. Situation changing up on me, yeah. I'm awake and now I feel free. Oh, see the soldiers living life. I got a lot of little love. I got a lot of little love. I'm gonna quit wasting my time, yeah. The situation's changing up. Time to be just by the love. Say the soldier, let me laugh, yeah. Well, see, I've been sacked down, full of pain. All you ever gonna get to see is me rise again. I've been caged up, who's trying to control the sweet spirit sister that before the soul. See, too many try not to see, soldier. You just gotta believe, soldier, and you're willing to rise, you're willing to smile. See, this be time to walk the mile, so just lose control, soldier. Live how you want, soldier. Keep kicking and keep doing your thing, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just lose control, soldier. Live how you want, soldier. Keep kicking and keep doing your thing, yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo! Got a lot of little love to give, yeah. A lot of sweetness to live. I'm gonna quit wasting my time, oh. situation changing up on me. Yeah. I'm awake and now I feel free. We see the soldier living life. Oh, oh, I got a lot of little love. I got a lot of little love. I'm gonna quit wasting my time. Yeah, situations changing up. Time to be just about the love. See the soldier living life. Yeah. I got a lot of little love. I got a lot of little love. I'm gonna quit wasting my time. Yeah. Situations changing up. Time to be just about the love. See the soldier living life.
Beautiful.
Kia ora, brother.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
I still prefer your congas rather than a decent.
Oh yeah, this is very true. This is very true. This is very, very true. No, just stunning. Just nice to hear. Nice to hear. And like you say, part of that journey to yourself has revealed the voice. The voice is sounding really magical.
Thank you, bro.
Sounds really strong and powerful, and a reflection. I guess it's a reflection of where you're at the moment, which is really beautiful.
Kia ora, that says a lot, my friend. Kia ora.
Which is really lovely.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John.
How long did the writing of that song take for you from?
Wow, the song itself, it doesn't take long to write, but it was the lesson I was going through. That was because it was for myself. I want people to have their own interpretation of that song. So I'll speak this briefly. For myself, that was about me getting over my ex with domestic violence. And but the second verse is actually a dedication to him. And to all our brothers out there that had been the perpetrator. Because a lot of our brothers have actually been a victim to abuse in the past, and then they've grown out. Remember our brothers Leafy and that? Ngā Morehu, the survivors, of the state care, they got highly abused, and they spoke about their story, the hui. And, that's where I'm clear that my ex, he wasn't a bad man, and that's where the second verse speaks of soldier, know that I see you. I know you're gonna push on through. Oh, don't worry about a thing, they're just trying to take you down. It just be Babylon mission, the whole corrupt system. It's just the mission to take us out, man. But only Jah grants permission. So rise on up and wear your crown. We gotta forgive our man. I have done some shizzle in my time. We gotta forgive ourselves for So it had me go from walking with the shame of the abuse and feeling like that I was responsible or guilty of something, there's that battered woman syndrome that they speak of. Like I was so in that, my confidence was like depleted, and I've still got love, man, and that's what had me get through it. Nice. So
nice. Yeah, and it's a wonderful place that you're at to be able to do that, and nice to write, wonderful to write about it.
It's quite an old song too, which is quite cool. So it's about over 10 years, I think. Yeah, which I'll be about 10 years old maybe. We're out of it, eh? Yeah. But see, the great thing is that it's only just started to come to fruition through having working with Alan Jansen and having a queen of my
Alan Jansen.
Alan Jansen out there.
There's a name. There's a name.
Dropping it like it's hot there, Mr. Alan Jansen.
There you go.
Yeah, How Bizarre was his #1 hit. Tree the Hard Way, he's worked with Graham Brazier, Sailor. Yeah, mad respect to that man.
And a nice man too, eh?
He's such a lovely soul. He's such a gorgeous man. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Oh, nice to be producing music in that company.
Well, yeah, and Ryan Munga's playing on both those tracks too, on My Time to Shine and Love. He's been a great support. He's been a great mentor on my journey. Yeah. So I was really honoured that he...
It helps when you're a great musician.
As one would know, my brother, eh?
It helps to be... because he's got...
Oh, cute. Actually, I didn't look at it like that, yeah. Kia I just got that for myself.
All good. All good. But
still learning to love myself a bit more,
Nice. Nice. But yeah, that's the magic. I guess that's part of the rōpū of kaiwata. You know, that there's a connection that everyone carries, that everyone's about. How do we tautoko? How do we make this better? How can I contribute my little bit to add to the magic? You know, because there's lots of it around, eh?
Yeah,
There's
there is.
lots,
Oh my gosh,
you know.
I'm staying like at the moment where I'm staying. Oh, it's like a world of inspiration. Actually, I want to drop this in there. We've got a gig. It's a band that I've collaborated with.
Nice.
They are called the Queen Minstrels. We are called the Queen Minstrels. We've got a gig at Portland House. Is that how it is? Portland
Yes.
House in Kingsland. I think it's the Thursday, the 28th of April.
I'm there.
Oh man, it's gonna be off the chain. Like
Nice.
it's rock steady, kind of ska reggae,
Yeah.
and I'm just loving it because I'm mostly original singer, eh? So as you know,
Yeah.
so I've been learning some covers. I'm like, and there's some beautiful covers out there with, you know, I'm like, sorry, I won't sing anything. I won't give my words anything that does not speak of what I stand for.
Yeah.
So I'm learning like these songs that are out there that are just, you know, just like Revolution by Dennis.
Yeah.
Oh. Are you ready to stand up and fight for it?
There's magic, eh? There's magic, you know. Like, and we will go into this because we touched on it, but we haven't talked about it.
Okay.
And it was around some of the role models that we talked about, and I do want to talk about Bob. I do want to talk about his influence on you and us in music and Aotearoa, which is absolutely. And so we're just going to go off and take a little break. And we're back on the other side, whānau, with the magic of Soulsista Aotearoa here on Radio Wātea. No mai haru mai. Kia ora.
Kia ora. Chair to the chair.
Beautiful.
Chair, brother. Man, awesome. What a choice. Can I share that to my page? I can't, eh, while it's doing it.
I think...
be great, eh, if we could share it. I don't know how you do that.
I'm not sure how to do it myself, sis.
Yeah. We'll just share it after it's done then.
Yeah.
But no, cool that you got it set up. No, thank you, brother. Awesome questions. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me speak
go in,
my
you gotta go. You gotta go in. I think that's because that's what it's about, and it can only come from that place.
Yeah, true.
Which is what all musicians are about ultimately. I think their own truth, their own way.
Absolutely, eh? And expressing it.
And there's enough time too. I mean, 2 hours is a long time to discuss 6 songs.
That's fantastic.
So, but it's not a rush.
Yeah. Most is like 20 minutes or something, eh? Or 10 minutes. You got a quick
interview. But yeah.
This is great, bro. So.
Mali, haru mai? Haru mai?
Just so the kids have my attention.
Gee, that was good timing. Did we finish just on time for the news?
Yeah, that's what the break was. Oh, yeah.
The song, that was good timing there, brother. Did you have that like logged in or something?
He talks to me. He says, we got 4 minutes to go, 1 minute to go.
So Chaz, you're getting the little hookup inside there, Joe.
Making sure we're on time.
Dad.
Yeah. Aotearoa.
Oh, Bianca sends her love. Bianca Falcon? I think that's
yes.
Right, Bianca that sends. Yeah, it was Bianca Falcon that sent it out. Give my love to Ray, what she say? I interviewed him last week. Love. Was that with you? Yeah, with
Oh, sorry.
Did you have an interview with Bianca? She said she
did for her masters.
Yeah, cool, mate.
For her masters, yeah. Well, because she was doing it at the Y. So she just had a breakfast on, invited me along, and we had a bit of a chat. You know, from her angle of doing up all the artists, making sure that their melody is right. Beautiful.
Oh, it's awesome what we're doing.
Beautiful that she's taken that perspective on that industry.
Oh, it's stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning. We need it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, me getting reconnected with Papa, with my spiritual, with our spiritual, with rangi, with Papa, and man, it's like the amount that I'm loving, like bringing back in our old practices for our walk in today's world. It's just, grounding for us because we're so spiritual when they call it the presence of something. Mentally unwell. I think that's called spiritual and spiritually in tune. Yeah. We just don't know we haven't been educated on how to understand it. That's been a big thing, Get told, oh, you're weird. So all those practices are great, what she's bringing in, what what you're doing with the music side of it. Some of our brothers doing the taonga pūhoro, like horo.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah. I know she's doing great on her journey.
Hey, man.
You can play your phone?
Your phone should be charged now. Playing your phone.
No, but
Don't download things on my phone. Thank you very much.
you're not downloading
Yes, there are. There's things. Those two things there. Do not download them.
Delete them.
Kia ora singing Anita, Gerardo, just saw her. Oh, what lovely comments. I'm making a good day.
My dear.
Man, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was jamming Rastafari this morning. Oh, you said that this morning.
Yes.
Be good actually speaking about Bob. Yeah.
You want to do that on us?
But wherever.
Oh, it's up to you.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Top.
Probably after we speak about Bob might be a good idea.
Yeah, cool.
Hey. I don't
Papa?
Mm.
What's the Wi-Fi?
How's the guitar in that
Yeah,
sounding?
beautiful.
Radio Wi-Fi. What's
So
the
I'm not.
password?
You can hear the guitar because I realised if I pull back, the mic will pick up both. Eh?
Oh, it's
Picking up the
good
ghetto
enough
right.
for you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's it. Password for Radio Wi-Fi.
What about this? How to keep the part-time? How to keep the part-time the fire? No?
So do you get someone in every week?
Yeah.
I saw Ricky's on Sunday as well. Ricky Huddle, we haven't seen
Oh,
him for
yeah.
ages.
I haven't seen the both for ages.
Yeah, it was Ali's birthday 8 days ago.
Use my Wi-Fi, man. Use my hotspot.
Pardon?
Use my hotspot.
Okay. Is it on?
Right.
Turn off it.
Kia ora no te whanau no mahuki mai ki tēnei hotaka te Semiotics o music i rungi te wātea ngoro mā toru te ia rere. E roto i te whare I tēnei ata. Soulsista Aotearoa. Miss Nell Davis is in the whare. It's just wonderful to have you here and thank you for sharing your music in the last hour. And prior to going to the last break, we were talking about a beautiful man by the name of Mr. Bob Marley. Talk to me about his influence on you.
It's been pretty profound, his influence on me, I think spiritually especially. Just really understanding the lyrics that he wrote and how they really are like the second book of King of Kings, you know, of what has come, you know, the 2,000 years that we're at that start now of the new beginning, and it's a beautiful day, you know. But so I've just really, it's had me understand, you know, like inside of Rasta, looking at the word as educating myself and understanding, learning the lessons of life. Like today's scripture is about, you know, there are the most important things: hope, faith, and love. The biggest thing, the greatest thing being love. And that's so throughout our people. It's no accident, you know, for myself, what I'm learning around Rasta is it's like the natural way of the indigenous people. So it's whether you practice the religion or not, I think everyone's Rasta at heart, like all my brothers and sisters that are out there. I mean, look at how much we love Bob and reggae. It's in our groove, man. It's in our DNA. It's like...
It's nice what you were talking about because I had a straight reference to Three Little Birds when you said that.
Kia ora.
Which is nice.
Ai, ngā mani, they're like, hey, I'll tip for now. Hey, There's a real strong connection. It's no surprise he came here, and it's no surprise. Look, the thing that I know is that we are the ones. We are the ones to lead the new way. You know, as Māori, we're the ones. We've already done it before. Our tupuna did it. We're the leading edge of Indigenous people, right? We're the longest living survivors. We're the most travelled. We're also the ones to begin the new way of a revolution. And what that is really coming back to living by our natural born ways. And our elders know some of our, you know, I mean, there's the lost generation, you know, but our generation is kind of, you know, we all know we've been refeeding our tikanga Māori Aotearoa. And there's a deeper, what I'm learning, what I'm understanding is that the time has come. People keep talking of doomsday, right? But they don't, there's also the other side of, like, a new day is coming. Oh, it depends which way you're playing. Hey, really? Come on now. Like, but the new day, like what I'm clear on is how we live. Like, we're entrepreneurs, we're pioneers, us Māori people, and like yourself, brother, you're constantly out to achieve ways of making a difference in what you do. We are about bigger kaupapa. We are a humble people. There's, you know, there's so who we are. And now, for myself, this is my understanding, is that it's time to come together and work together. Like, there's no point in me inventing the same thing that my kazi is doing or my other whanaunga from another maunga is doing. Why not whakakotahitanga, which we keep talking about? Oh, kia te me nui o te ao he tangata, but why are we working individually? There's enough separation in our world. And I really love that Bob brought, it was one love. He brought the presence of what Rasta is. He spoke of Hail Selassie I, the return of the King of Kings. It was spoken of in the Bible, you know. Whether you're religious or not, kei a koe, kei a koutou, but I know my past. And what I love about it is just it's a tohu, it's a major tohu that in his name we have access to eternal life. And what I know that our tupuna are still with us, that's eternal life right there, you know. But I'm also very clear that I've like my past, man, have I done some stuff, you know. I'm clear I'm not my past. I'm clear I'm actually more now embodying the future goddess self of who I truly am. And that's all through me educating myself on the guidance that has already been laid out for us through the paipera. I'm now learning, like, the reading it in Māori, just starting to, you know. But for a long time there, because probably of my hara and that of my regrets and past and stuff, I was like living Old Testament, you know, like shamed of my sins and all that kind of jazz, trying to be a saint, trying to be, and it's like, man, we're human. We are human and we have access to our taha wairua. And the thing that I love, and this is just in my recent journey, like I went hearty with the practices of Rasta, and then I can't keep living Old Testament. Inside of Scripture that that it's spoken of as the King of Kings, the return of the King of Kings, that gives me full freedom to then discover my own natural beauty and express that. But I don't have to be given by the religious practices, but because I know my mana is intact with my faith, with my spiritual walk. But if I know if I want to be close and more in tune, then I need to maybe go stronger in the practices, But for myself, the thing I love about it is that for myself, I'm forgiven for the things that I couldn't be with about me. And that allows me to just embody who the Rasta I truly am and discover who she is and bring her voice to love, you know, to light. So, and that's all through listening to the different kupu of what Bob spoke of and what he represents, the Rasta reggae music. I love our reggae music, but I'm so about the lyric, conscious lyric all the way for me. There's enough BS on media about tinana, about just, excuse my reo Pākehā titanaas, you know, and that's not okay. That it's not okay for me as a mana wahine of pen of this world. That's, you know, my boy, thank goodness I've shared everything with my son, because he is King of Kings in the making. He is a wise one. He walks not of the flesh, he's not of lust, and he's a man. He's a sexual entity just like us all, you know, but he knows he's not a victim to it, and he knows that he's the one with the mana, not his flesh. And that's like, man, he's 18, bro. That's a gift.
Fine.
That's a gift, you
Done
know.
with him, no?
And it's just about us being tika. We know what's right. You don't need we know what's right. We know when we do another wrong. We know when we do ourselves wrong. Bob just takes it to another level of the biblical understanding.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I think in the you know, when I look at the multitude of songs that he produced
Oh my
over
gosh,
his time, you know, just the amount of messages. One of the beautiful things that I remember,
everlasting.
I think I said to I mentioned to someone about that there was this, and you probably heard the story about the food hall in Jamaica, that a place, a kitchen actually, a soup kitchen. They used to look after everybody. I used to feed the homeless and that. And Bob gave the owner of that the royalties from No Woman No Cry,
Wow.
so that it could continue
Oh,
long after.
Do you know who they are?
Oh no,
Are they still running?
Well, I'm sure they are. I'm sure the royalties of No Woman No Cry are
well,
still.
no, what
You
if
know.
the company? That's like the, what did you call it? The kitchen.
The soup kitchen.
The
Yeah,
soup kitchen.
the soup
Is
kitchen.
that still going?
Well,
Let's check it out.
I'm saying, yeah.
Make love to that. That's cool.
You know, that principle, I guess that principle, that philanthropic, that giving back, the nurturing of through the power of, through the power of his music, the power of his word. You know, I always, one of the things that I was always mesmerized by him was, you know, the magic of his reggae, and I've got no, you know, I know there's lots of magical reggae groups in the world, but I can't go past them. It's just like it just everything kind of goes back to him. You know?
House of Shem, they speak the word as well. It's really beautiful. Like, it's just amazing. Like, the more, you know, the amount that our people, hey, we love that reggae group.
Yeah, well, I think that's the magic. You know, there's lots of you know, I've heard people from overseas talk about the magic of reggae. And then they've heard it in its many different depictions, but they take their head off to the New Zealand version of that, you know. And then we had our very own Ruia, Pirahama, that used to be a kai kōrero here, Rungi te wātea, and his, you know, all his, you know, his dedication to Bob, you know, and the reo, with all of his waiata, you know, so, you know, just magic, just the way that it was. It was able to resonate with us. But I guess because I think first and foremost, I would have heard it when I was maybe 12 or 13, when he first came to the shores of Aotearoa, and you know, it was really about that indigenous angle of you know, the fight that he was fighting. We had the same fight. We as Indigenous people had the same fight in our own land, the way that they had it in their own land. You know, and it was just nice to hear someone talk about it. So that was, you know, that's where those influences of country and all that. That's, you know, there's some good songs in there, blah blah blah, all that sort of stuff. But when someone else sings your story, that was probably the thing. And then there was the groove, and then there was the culture, and then there was the ahuatanga katoa ki roto I tēnā, you know, that you sort of, then there was the dreads, and then there was the smoke, and there was all that kind of, all that, you know, all that stuff that just kind of made it attractive to us as a people, I suppose.
I think because it speaks, I mean, we are it, you know, we are Rasta at heart, our Māori people are, you can tell. It's like the song that I wrote, Rastafari, you know, and it speaks of us. So remember who you truly are, man, because there's a lot of us Rasta that are sleeping or have fallen. It's just rise up again, you know.
And it's interesting too how even though you don't have, I've seen the magic, I've seen the magic of the essence of reggae being enjoyed by all, not just those that are indigenous, but those that, you know,
that's what I mean, the equality.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I mean. That's what I love about it.
It's been nice to recognise just how entrenched it is, and how it resonates with everybody, not just one kind. The way
music, hey, it breaks down all barriers, hey, brother.
It's too good. So you were saying that you've got a magical little song called Rastafari. Let's take a listen to that. So here we go, whānau on Radio Aotearoa. Not released, except for today on Radio Aotearoa.
talk the walk and talk, and then there's some that just be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But to know that you're not dread love, you got to know the Almighty, yeah, yeah. And I'll be calling him Rastafari, awaken to born Rastafari. Oh, ego don't have no say in the rust away. It just be the enemy. Well, yeah, cause to be the true Nazi dread love. Oh, you got to walk like His Majesty. Well, yeah, and I'll be calling him Rastafari. Oh, I said awaken all the true born Rastafari. Hey, rise up or fall in Rastafari. Oh, awaken all sleeping Rastafari. Oh, rise up and walk like they. Well, yeah. Did you know who you be? You be the true chosen ones, chosen ones. Did you know who you be? You be the mighty chosen ones, chosen ones. So rise up and be the mighty chosen ones, chosen ones. Come on now and be the mighty chosen ones. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Rise up and walk like they. Well, yeah. And I'll be calling him Rastafari. Oh, awaken all the true born Rastafari. Hey, yeah, yeah. Rise up or fall in Rastafari. Oh, awaken all sleeping Rastafari. Oh, rise up and walk like they. Well, yeah. And I'll be calling him Rastafari. Said awaken all sleeping Rastafari. I said rise up or fall in Rastafari. Oh, awaken all sleeping Rastafari. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Yoda.
yeah. Taking us to that magic place, taking us to that place where the
That's music.
Rasta man lies.
Where the Rasta man lies. Kia ora, my brother.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
really beautiful.
Sure.
You know, there's I guess there's a real magic in that genre of music, and it's wonderful that you're able to contribute in that space, which is magic. You know, it's nice to have, and I think I use that word quite a lot when it comes to the essence of what Bob was about. I mean, I have a son that carries that name too. You know, it's like it's kind of my little thing back to him. I've got this massive, it's about the size of this wall, I suppose, inside here of Bob on my wall, and it's just that constant reminder of his truth. I suppose that carries me. Like, you got to do your little bit today to honour that whakaaro, which is just it's just there. It's just always been there, you know, since I guess since the realization of how to fight. You know, he used music to be able to fight, you know, which is neat. Yeah, man. How you?
Jobless.
How
Rastafari. Yes, sir.
You know, and so let me take you back to your time up in Waitangi this year. it was you obviously got a chance to play with the bro up there on a couple of stages, and we're going to take in that to Pacifica on Sunday on stage.
On Sunday, 2 p.m.
2 p.m. on stage, which is going to be great.
But get along for Saturday and Sunday, man. There's so
Oh
many
yeah,
great
absolutely.
acts, eh? But yeah, no, it's gonna be great.
And one of the greatest things that I liked about Pacifica and reading the information about it is that it's at Mount Smart. So don't go to
Yeah, kia ora, thanks for doing the shout out, man.
Don't go to
Clear actually, yeah.
what's it called? What's that other park? Don't go to Western Spring because
Mount Smart Stadium.
I would have been waiting at 1:30.
Oh, true that, brother. Yeah, we need to put that shout out there.
Yeah. So Pacifica is at Mount Smart.
Yeah, this weekend, Mount Smart.
Don't make the area that I would have on
smart.
Sunday.
Go to Mount Smart.
Be smart. Go to and go to Mount Smart. So that's very great. So let's talk. We're talking Sunday as in future, but talk to me about the future. What does that look like?
Yeah, kia ora.
What's coming up?
So, releasing the EP probably Matariki, which is great. Like
how many songs?
Yeah. So this is just going to be, I think it's 5. I think there might be 5 off the top of my head. Can't remember. Yeah, 5. But see what Jar reckons actually at the end of the day.
And is Ryan playing across the majority of those?
He's in 2 of the songs that are on the album.
All right.
Yeah. And
who are some of the other musicians that you've
playing
with on the album?
Actually, for now, it's just been that and a brother called Sichi, which is one of Alan's contacts.
All right.
Yeah. So
what does he play?
And he did a lot of the keys and the stuff. He worked alongside Alan with production side of things for My Time to Shine and Lot of Love, and and Horomona has been.
Oh, that brother.
The brother.
How was that Magic Man?
He is great. So he's blessed me with putting taonga pihoro to whakarongo mai.
Imagine I can hear that.
Yeah. So I just really love what he stands for. And we've worked together years ago with Hirangi Pai Huarere, the tribute to Hirangi Maui. With many of the other artists, Ria Hall and that. And yeah, it was great journey back then. So it's cool to be connecting with some of the musos for so long ago that I've, like yourself, I've known you for many years, brother?
Mm-hmm.
But to actually now come back together and to have my music come to fruition.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a blessing, brother.
So we're talking about we're talking about people that are on this album that's coming out, dropping in Matariki. Congratulations on that. Looking forward to hearing that.
Yeah.
Who have been some of the influential New Zealand musicians that you have aspired to learn from, that have contributed to your kite of knowledge? Share who some of those people are and what they shared. I suppose as to what you've taken from, if they've offered something as a taonga, what have you picked up from them?
Oh, there's many. So we start with Ryan Mungawi, who's been a great mentor for many years there. The thing that I learned with him is he's just so respectful of Arija, and he's got a really he's just real true blue soul. Another one, Mai Sirika, that's the thing I loved about the sister. No ego whatsoever, just humble, beautiful woman. And those artists really stand out for me. Tingi Lau was my first Shefu's dad. He was my first kind of mentor with Rasta when I first found out that I was Rasta. And
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Lovely man, eh?
Oh, stunning. And I just loved what he stood for and his, Unity Pacific album and stuff. And then there was also Billy TK Senior over on Waiheke. He would come up with a jam, but there's just so many. The Ria Hall we met in the Hirini Melbourne tribute. I think Tiki brought Tiki over to Waiheke and opened for Tiki at another gig. I think the biggest thing that I've got from our artists of Aotearoa is that they just keep going. Just keep going. It's for myself in the journey, it has been a struggle as a solo woman in the industry. You either the men want something more from you, or the sisters are a bit threatened, But it's cool because now it's really come back to being about the music and people. It's like so many of us have grown and we've returned to the heart of what we're doing. Yeah, so it's beautiful to kind of be reconnecting with, you know, sending my video out to a lot of people in the industry that I've known, and they're really happy for me. You know, that
man.
it's like cool to see this happening for you, sis, you know. And I was thinking about it too, because someone was like, about bloody time and all that, and I'm like, actually, what a perfect plan that Jar had, because right now it's kind of needed. So it's like, wow, I think this was all planned for today. You know, like, hey.
Yeah, which is the way that it should be. You know, that when you the journey's magic. The journey is the one that you're on is awesome, and this is Radio Wāti is a wonderful place.
I would have to, I'm sorry to interrupt, brother. Actually, I'm not sorry to interrupt, because there's women that I want to acknowledge, and that would be like Betty Ann and Annie and Taisha and Wana. Like, they
interrupt us,
killed it, because our sisters, they to me are the example of pushing the boundary. Like, they to me are the ones that, you know, working with Taisha's been really beautiful, actually. Being surrounded by strong women, it's been good for me, you know. But it's just that they broke the mold, and I love that they took the niche to the world in their own way, you know. And so that I'm just that I would have to say what they are collectively, yeah.
No, I concur. With each of them in their own special way, they have they've contributed. You know, they've contributed to this world that we love, and the world of music is so lucky to have their.
Then you got the sisters like Mihirangi and Betty Ann and that, you know, Inachi Rising. I mean, and what they like, connecting with them at Ihu Matau. Remember when I saw you last day? And that was stunning too, to just reconnect with those sisters and their passion to stand for, you know, our sovereignty once again. And, it's just, yeah. So I just love how people fight. And Tiki's always been about causes, you know, and it's, It's Cora
it's
brothers,
beautiful.
Fran and, you know, Lawton, they're just great. I just really stoked. Our industry is filled with so many great people, hey, just in Aotearoa.
You are absolutely correct, and it kind of feels like Jars Rising.
Hey, that's right.
There you go. So I think we should get into this next wire to yours, sis. So fun. It was a beautiful track entitled Jar Rising by our beautiful sister here.
Unreleased as well. So.
We so let's go.
Let's go. When a woman wanna free the light, there's no need for intimidation. And when a sister wanna free the mind, there's no need for your corruption. And when a woman wanna live her life, there's no need to start a stomping. And maybe sweet child of time there, it's time for sweet soul redemption. I said now, are you to be judging me? I said now, are you to try and deny the yes? What up? Free us from this jealousy, free us from this evil. Corruption be the poverty. Oh, in this world for all people, yeah. And the killing and this misery. Return the love to the sweet soul, yeah. Or maybe sweet Lord they may see. Oh, that this land is for all people. Nothing now. Are you to be judging me? Said I got to keep on rising, yeah. Oh, how big keep rising. Yeah, yeah. I got to keep on rising. Ooh, ooh. Help me to keep rising. Yeah, yeah. Greetings in the name of His Majesty, Hail Selassie I, the first, everlasting, ever faithful, ever sure. I must be about the Raja. Ooh, ah, Rastafari, ooh, na-na-na, ooh, na-na-na, ooh, na-na-na, ooh, na-na-na, ooh, na-na-na, ooh, na-na-na,
Ooh, yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it.
Kia ora, my brother.
Beautiful, beautiful. But a jar rising. A
Hey.
jar rising. So tell us about that song. When did you put that?
Well,
When did you put that
that's
together?
not produced. Oh, that's been that's been a really old song, that one. But it's only just come. It's starting to become one body. Like you really found its own sound. You know, I had some brothers. I call them the Roots Brothers, which is brothers that I've jammed with that came up with the lick, the riff, the bass riff, which just took it to another level. Allowed the message to really be captivated, which I just mad respect to the brothers up north in the
Nice.
Taitokedo area. Yeah. So the great thing is like the message has just been everlasting, really, because it's really speaking of, when women do want to stand up and have their say, it's allowing that light to shine and not being given by intimidation or other people's judgment to corrupt the mind. Like, this is me standing for me. Don't be a hater. Don't start stomping. We've all got a voice. Especially if we come with love, it can go further. And then the second part being really to our sovereignty and our rights, and it's our whenua and enough of the corrupt stuff.
Very
But
nice.
to keep rising above it all, and kind of need the creator for that one sometimes. Hey, rise up.
So when you I've heard you talk about the power of women, which is wonderful. I really want to talk about that. Prior to coming on air, we were talking about your mum. That was working in that space.
Yes, it's the queen of queens right there.
You're talking about her working, and I was asking around the activist stage, but you're talking about the political work that she was.
She's a mover and shaker. Yeah.
And so, how did that affect you to your thing? Yeah, did you?
My mother has had me always strive for my best, to be the best version of myself. She's up there, man. I mean, she has stood for things. She's so her organisation is Te Reo Tuatahi. She's been running that organisation for about 6 years now and not being funded by Ministry of Education because it doesn't fit that. But she can't get funding anywhere else because it's in the Ministry of Education department. So it's she's been still standing for, because she's a hearty believer of it should be compulsory in every school, and she has the model, the program that can allow for that. And it's not that, because I worked for the company as well for many years, and it's not that we just would go in and teach. We would actually awhi the teachers and teach the teachers so that when we leave, they have the tools to be able to continue the mahi with the tamariki. So it's an effective program. But now as well, Mum is on the Māori exec. But I think just the biggest thing is, she's always, there's always been this be world class. That's kind of as a Māori woman, be world class. And that's...
There you go, find it.
Yeah. I'm like, that
sounds like the title of a new song.
Hey.
Be world class.
Hey.
which is wonderful, and that's the reason I just wanted to pay some homage to your mama
Kia ora,
in
kia
that
ora.
space, because there's the cause and effect is everywhere,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
because that comes to mind
Yeah.
when I see you, when I think of you, when I listen to your story, when I listen to your music. There is that make just to be world class, and I think it's a wonderful attitudinal placement, I suppose, to do your best in this world, just to think.
Yeah,
think
I
your
mean, I
best
took
as
it a
well.
little bit too far and then would end up beating myself up and having these high expectations of myself, So I had to balance it out and learn what is world class and I walk and how
Yeah,
I
sure,
work, and
sure.
so it's quite
It's all
interesting.
those realizations,
I,
though,
I,
Well, there's still that's the. I mean, I remember a famous All Black coach. Sorry, I didn't mean to change the gender, but inside that space, one of them would use that mantra. You know, he would just no matter his daily activities as an All Black coach was just to really think in that space, think world class.
yeah.
I may not be, but I'm going to think world class, so
Wow.
that my attitude is always switched on to be egoless, but what's required to be the best,
Yeah,
and be uncompromising in your approach.
Something that I'm
So that
yeah.
which is great. And I think, and then at the end of the day, all you can do is your best anyway. For the time that we do have.
Kia ora, my brother.
Which is great. And so, man, continue on with the mahi that you're doing. Is it?
Thank you. I will.
Yeah.
I shall go forth and conquer.
Absolutely. Go and get it.
Come along, Father. Let's go together.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Bring your conch next time. Leave the disc behind.
Yeah, sorry. It's always in my car. It's always in my car.
I know, but the car is in his brother.
Apologies. But
Yeah.
So you've got the album coming out in Matariki. What's beyond that for you? Is there?
What was automatically there was global domination. Or
Hey,
gotta go with the first.
I just want to hear it from the. I just want to hear it.
Look, I'm keen to take the message. I'm really keen. My heart purpose, my full heart, I would love is to go and awaken our Indigenous people around all the nations. I'm talking back to the motherland. Like just to go and share the word, share and give people the access, return to who truly are, man, to remember who the rusty truly be, because there's a whole new world coming. I'm talking all of our Indigenous people. It's our turn, it's our time, baby. Embrace who you are. Go.
Okay, so how do we? What's the mechanism to make that happen?
We start right here, brother, talking about it and using platforms like this amongst our Indigenous people. Like that, I've done something cheeky. I've only released my song to our iwi radio stations.
That's the way.
Just for now. I'm like, nah, they can have it. Our people are going to get it first.
Yeah. And
then I'll let Jar take care of the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want our people to hear the message first. I mean, and I'm keen that my songs can go to iwi radio stations for free. And they get, there's no... They don't have to pay APRA for it. I'm allowed to do that. I've asked APRA or Recording New Zealand or one of them, So, yeah, I'm like, the platform is this, and having people like yourself open the door for us so that we can send that message, eh?
It's me.
Yeah,
man.
For everything you guys
Absolutely.
do.
It's a wonderful platform.
We've got to use it more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's part of it. It's at least if it's there. But like you say, when you get your radio show, depending on where you're situated, maybe you have to have a chat with Tony about getting your own show up there.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's the thing too. I mean, I want all our people to hear the music, like mainstream, of course, but I wanted our people. I want our iwi radio stations, for our people maybe to return back to our airwaves. And this is where the gold is. And if we can promote it right, we can get more listeners. I'll get our people to listen to the right messages, because it's all given by algorithms, right? Schizo. It's all given by algorithms, eh? Like I went on TikTok for the first time, like, oh, man, that energy is off. So I had a conversation with my boys straight away, and I was like, Bub, make sure you're on the hunt for what is good for you, because all that stuff goes in your subconscious, man, and it's just coming at you, So if you don't catch it, if you're not conscious, all that's getting in, and that's where our babies are. It's like we need to intervene and like get the empowerment in there too. Get
Yeah,
the
yeah.
empowerment in algorithms. Get our message and our music out in there.
Well,
All
it's
that
true.
good
It's
stuff.
and it's I think like you say I think kind of to my mind the design of the vessel, I suppose, and the way that the vessel
Yeah.
thinks. It's
Because
really
we can
shaped.
control
Yeah,
it. I was talking to a newspaper article up north because I've got a gig up there. If any of you whānau are from the north, haere mai to Cody Taverns at Kaitai on the
Cody
16th
Taverns.
of, yeah, man,
Nice.
old school Cody Taverns. We're bringing some love to Kaitai, man. I got love for the people up there. But we were talking about, the heaviness that is around our people at the moment and the division amongst our people. And he was like, well, what do you think that is? And I was like, well, it's definitely an impact from COVID. Of course it is. But I think it's like we've forgotten we are still the authors of of our destiny,
Sure.
not COVID, not the uncertainty of the world. And a lot of us have kind of become like asleep to. We're just given by what the world says, rather than nah. You go for what you want. You hunt for your love in life. Go and get it. Go and get yours.
Yeah.
And let the uncertainty be there, but don't let it stop us or.
Yeah, well, that was like you say, that was kind of what was happening with COVID. COVID kind of set a tone, but then those that were wise were listening to what nature was doing. A lot of I don't know anyone that got it during that time. And so, but what it did awaken people to was the things of importance. Whānau, so long as you get a little bit of kai in your fridge, you get a bit of exercise in you, and you I guess just reharmonized yourself to nature and kept it nice and simple. There's no traffic, so there's no pollution that lessened.
Oh my gosh.
The activity and sounds were magic.
Because we were, we've got to do our own rubbish and, sort out the recycling stuff. So it had me really stop buying products that were not recyclable. And that's most of our cleaning products actually in those white bottles. They're not that goes all into the landfill. And I don't know if our people know that. So it was great to have that time of lockdown because you had to think, shoot, I can't take my rubbish to the tip. I need to stop buying certain. And so now that's just a practice now at home. It's just still that way. It's like, well, I don't want to buy that stuff. I will if I have to, some stuff, But it's a great way to start all of it, getting back in tune with nature at all levels, And I think that's one thing that made the biggest difference for myself as an artist over the year, over lockdown. I distinguished the three po that I am. And that is Rasta, my love of the Rasta faith, the eco-friendly papa, like loving up papa, and of course, the empowerment of our Indigenous people. And so now that I'm clear, I'm like, all right, let's go now.
Let's go.
Hey, yeah.
Get your three little birds and you're off.
Hey, yeah.
I dig it. No, that's me. That's nice because I think that clarity certainly makes all journeys purposeful. And everything's worthwhile. But if you're geared and you're charged, and you got your ammunition and you're off and
I'm taking an army with me, man. Yeah. I'm keen to.
Well, and then you got the message that you're speaking through your music helps to reiterate that.
That's everything.
Because you got talk, which is important, but then music messages.
Man, the music is everything.
The way to convey.
That's where my heart is. That's my life.
So I was just thinking, we've got time enough for another waiata. If you got another little Jimmy Jam that you would like to throw at us, that'd be awesome.
We got a new one.
What's this one called? Talk to us about it before you play it.
All right.
What's this one called?
It's called King of Kings.
King of Kings.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yes.
And I'm not going to assume anything. What does King of Kings mean to you?
Oh, so the song is about my journey inside of who I am as a woman and owning who I am as a woman and representing who I am as a woman inside of my love of the King of Kings, of the Rasta man.
Nice.
Yeah. So whoever that is, but I know that is the Almighty, but at the same time in today's world, there's many kings of kings. Eh?
Nice.
It's a bit of a different flow actually, it's a softer one. I'm in jams for a bit, so it's... Wait, no. Lately I've been thinking about who I'll be. Said I've been rediscovering my natural beauty. See now I know now I see just who I'll be. See I'll be a Rasta woman through and through, an indigenous queen, if you know what I mean, representing my king of kings. Say my king of kings. Ooh, wow. See, I had to be stripped of my everything. Oh, oh, oh. Straight down to the core. I ain't lying, no, no. See, I had to be broken down. I ain't lying, no, no. So he could come through and resurrect me. See, now I know now I see just who I'll be. See, I'll be a Rasta sister through and through, an indigenous queen, if you know what I mean, representing my king of kings. Said my king of kings. Said my king of kings. Oh, 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 oh. Said my king of kings. Oh, wow. Said my king of kings. Oh, 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 oh. Said my. Said I was broken down, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. That's why I wear my crown. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Said I was broken down, yeah. Oh, oh, that's why I wear my crown. Yeah. Said my king of kings. Whoa, said my king of kings. Oh, my king of kings. Said my king of kings. Whoa, said my king of kings. Whoa, said my king of kings.
King of Kings. I'm liking it.
That is not released either, so woo!
Thank you for sharing that.
Rastafari, thank you for allowing me to
Jah
share that. Kia
Rastafari,
ora,
Jah
Hail
Rastafari.
Selassie I. Kia ora, brother.
That's it.
Whew.
That's so lovely. What a lovely song. Nice to hear that tonal change that you're using, just a little bit softer. It's still got some of that. Still got all your sass in there when you need it.
Kia ora, my brother.
Up in your upper range.
Yeah, baby.
But you know, just that. Excuse me. Thank you very much. No one. But love you.
Ray's
but
talking
yes,
to his son, by the way,
yes,
guys.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Getting a hug, getting cuddles from his boy.
Yes.
No, thank you, brother.
No,
It's
very
a
cool.
beautiful song. Like, for myself, it's allowed me to be vulnerable. That was a vulnerable song because it's sharing with people. People have been interested in the transition, but it's like they don't actually know the depth of what I had to go through to come to
Sure.
where I am, and it takes something,
It's the complete journey, not
Yeah.
not a half journey or not a half pride journey.
Right.
It's the totality of the hikoe. It's
Ai,
everything
kia ora.
that you encounter.
Everything,
that,
spiritually as well. Because
Yeah,
I'm not kidding. I had to be broken down.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
you gotta tell the
like
truth,
like
eh?
break down. Like the thing that I love too is like I put to death my old self, the self that used to dominate, the self doubt, doubt still creeps in. We're human. Anger still, was you're human. But I put to death the her. Like I can embody my dark side now, but I also don't have to let it rule. Because where I am going now, I'm clear that doubt don't have a say, ego don't have a say. My love has the full say, faith and hope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's a magical place to be. I use the word magic a lot. I realise.
I like that word. I love it. Bring it.
But it's kind of what it takes. Unless you have all of that experience or all of those experiences, then you can't see how to evolve. But I think part of the journey, like it sounds like to me from day dot when you have a queen of queens that can lead in the way that she has for you, will lead you to a king of kings perspective, to where you are the human sister,
because I believe that our brothers they've got it a bit hard, eh? I mean, our brothers are out there doing their dang to provide. And a lot of our relationships and our families have unfortunately, become divided. And our brothers are still, some of our brothers have really become lost without that purpose of having their tamariki or, their wife, but they're still out there providing. And I'm giving mad shout outs to our brothers because you guys don't have it that easy. Thank you for everything that you guys provide us women, because you guys really are the rock, the provider that we can lean on. And our women, we're strong, we're intuitive. We just need to nurture how we guide people, not tell them how to do it.
I like that laughter in your voice.
Hey, I know, I learned my lessons a few times over.
Yeah, but that's the I guess that's the way that it happens, I suppose, as life unfolds. And it's really neat. What I think the concept that I like about inside this particular radio show is to be able to look at the beauty of music that comes from each artist, and each artist is unique in their own design. Each hikoi is magical. So to hear yours, it's nice because the depth that we're going to is all part of the journey. The journey that you've undertaken, or that you're aware of, all the steps that you take that are your own, have this pathway that integrates itself with music, and there's a revealing of your journey through music, which is magic, which is what I want. I want to hear and see and feel and understand in each artist that spends time with me on the show and shares their inner sanctum, which is where it all lies for me, because that's where you're going to write from. That's where your lyrics come from. It's the source of the emotion that you write with, and it's a beautiful one, And I like that future journey of yours to to empower Indigenous indigenous cultures around the world, which I think is which is neat. It's like, you know, I've been watching a few shows of late that really kind of highlight where and I don't want to make any assumptions because there's lots of the magic of the person that you are as a Māori woman here in Aotearoa. There would be beacons of light in each of the indigenous cultures.
Absolutely.
That are probably holding guitars and speaking similar messages. You know, it would be really neat to see.
Hopefully doing them both.
You know that, you know, and doing that. You know, bringing that together. That would be a force of nature.
Absolutely, brother. That would be beautiful.
That would be a concert I would love to see.
Kia ora. All right.
You know, because there is
let's put the shout out there. Let's get connected then. Yeah,
absolutely.
Let's make that happen.
And so that gig that's coming up at the Port House.
That's for the Queen Minstrels. Port House on Thursday, the 28th of April in Kingsland.
What time are you kicking off?
We're going to kick off about 8 or 9. But it'll be a late one.
And it'll be a late one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So tomorrow night at Pincho's Bar in Orake, 60 Coates Avenue.
60 Coates Avenue.
60 Coates Ave. We got
Are we there?
Soulsista Aotearoa and your brother JJ's going to be in the house, and I'll be playing a little bit of conga. We had a few friends from Mainz coming along, so a big shout out to Mainz as well. For sponsoring the show.
Sponsoring the show, man.
And then Sunday at
Pacifica
at Mount Smart, not at Western Springs. Don't go there.
Go to Mount Smart.
Be smart. Go to Mount Smart. Big shout out to brother Rangatawa.
Thank you, brother.
So Whānau, we'll see you next week. Please put your hands together for our beautiful sister here. Thank you.
Much love, Whānau. Peace and love.
Magic and love. So we'll see you next week on the Semiotics of Music Radio Show. Radio Aotearoa. Ka kite.
E kona whānau. Cheer, my brother.
Beautiful. Oh, let me get rid of this.
What? Kia ora, my brother. Ngā mihi. Thank you, my bro. Chad, that was really cool. It was easy.
Hey, are you?
It was all given by way to it too. I didn't know I was going to talk about like stuff like to that depth. So